Welcome back, everyone, to the deep dive. Today, we're going to dig into AI in mining.
Ooh, sounds exciting.
It is, actually. We got this great article from DS today called Mining 2.0, The Power of Artificial Intelligence in Extractive Industries.
Oh,
And it looks like we've got some seriously cool stuff to explore here.
like what?
Well, we're talking self-driving trucks, predictive maintenance, and even AI helping to discover new mineral deposits.
Wow, sounds like AI is really making its mark in the mining world.
It is, and it's not just some far-off futuristic thing either. AI is already at work in mines around the world.
That's right, it's happening now.
So let's start with the basics, just so we're all on the same page. How would you explain artificial intelligence to someone who's maybe not a tech whiz?
Well, I'd say at its core, AI is really about training machines to kind of think like humans,
Okay.
to process information, learn from data, spot patterns.
And make decisions based on that information.
Exactly.
So it's like we're teaching machines to learn and think.
In a way, yeah.
Now, the article highlights how one of the biggest impacts of AI in mining is on safety.
Absolutely. It's a game changer.
Can you give us an example?
Sure. Imagine a traditional mine, right?
Yeah.
All those risks, potential cave-ins, equipment malfunctions, you name it.
It can be a dangerous environment.
For sure. But now picture this. A network of sensors and cameras constantly collecting data.
Well,
And they're feeding all that information into an AI system. And this system, it analyzes the data in real time.
so it's like having a superpowered safety inspector.
Sort of, yeah. It can spot potential hazards like gas leaks or unstable ground long before a human might notice.
So it's like having an extra set of eyes always on the
Yeah.
lookout.
Exactly. And because these systems can process information so much faster than we can, they can alert workers to potential problems immediately.
That's amazing. It could really prevent accidents from happening in the first place.
That's the goal.
Now, besides safety, it seems like AI is also a key player when it comes to making mining operations more efficient.
Oh yeah, big time. Mining generates mountains of data. Everything from geological surveys to equipment performance to, well, you name it.
It's a data-driven industry.
Absolutely. And AI can sift through all that information, find patterns, and identify things that might be slowing things down.
Things that humans might miss.
Totally. And that can lead to all sorts of improvements like how ore is extracted, how it's transported.
And ultimately maximizing the output of the whole mine.
Right. Less waste, less energy used, more productivity.
Now, let's talk about something that sounds almost magical. AI-powered predictive maintenance. How does that work?
Okay, so think about a massive haul truck, one of those behemoths that can carry tons and tons of material.
I've seen pictures. They're huge.
They are. Now imagine that truck breaking down in the middle of a mine.
Ooh, that's not good.
Not good at all. Costly delays, potential safety hazards, a logistical nightmare.
Yeah, I'm getting the picture.
But with predictive maintenance, those breakdowns become much less likely. They've got sensors on these trucks, monitoring everything, engine temperature, tire pressure, all that.
And all that data is fed into an AI system.
Right. And this system has been trained to recognize the subtle signs that something might be about to go wrong.
So the AI can actually predict when a piece of equipment is about to fail.
With remarkable accuracy.
Yeah. Wow, that's incredible.
It is. And it allows mining companies to fix things before they break.
Which saves a ton of money and hassle.
Absolutely.
Now, here's another one that sounds like something out of science fiction. AI helping to discover new mineral deposits. How is that even possible?
Well, you know how mineral exploration used to be.
Yeah, lots of digging and hoping for the best, right?
Pretty much. But with AI, we can take a much more data-driven approach. We can feed all sorts of data into these systems, geological maps, satellite images, drilling results.
And the AI looks for patterns that might indicate valuable minerals.
Exactly. It can analyze massive data sets and identify promising areas for exploration much faster and more accurately than traditional methods.
So it's like having an AI geologist.
In a way, yeah. And it can help reduce the environmental impact of exploration too.
How so?
Well, by targeting exploration efforts more precisely, you need to do less drilling and digging, which minimizes disturbance.
That makes sense.
It's a win for the mining companies and for the environment.
So far, we've been talking about all the amazing things AI can do for mining, but let's get real for a second. There must be some challenges too, right?
Of course, no technology is perfect. One of the biggest challenges is the initial investment. Implementing AI systems can be expensive. You need new equipment, software, training.
And not every mining company has those kinds of resources.
Especially smaller companies, yeah.
And what about data? We've talked about how important data is for AI. What are some of the challenges there?
Well, AI algorithms are only as good as the data they're fed. If the data is bad, the results will be bad.
So garbage in, garbage out?
Exactly. And that means making sure you're collecting the right data,
Yeah.
that it's accurate, that it's clean.
And that it's in a format that the AI system can understand.
It's a lot of work to get the data right.
And what about cybersecurity? Mining companies handle a lot of sensitive data. How do they keep that data safe when they're using AI?
That's a critical issue. You need robust cybersecurity measures in place. Firewalls, intrusion detection systems, strong encryption.
So you need to protect your systems from hackers.
Right. And you also need to have clear policies and procedures for who can access what data.
But it's not just about technology, it's also about human procedures.
Absolutely.
We've covered a lot of ground today, from how AI works to its impact on safety, efficiency, even exploration.
And we've only just scratched the surface.
That's right. But before we move on to what the future holds for AI in mining, I want to hear from you, our listener. What are your thoughts so far? What's resonating with you? What questions are popping into your head? Take a moment to reflect on what you've heard and share your thoughts with us.
We'd love to hear from you.
We'll be back in a flash to continue our exploration of this fascinating topic.
Stay tuned. It's pretty amazing to think about how AI is changing things in mining.
Yeah, it's not just about the technology itself.
What do you mean?
Well, we've talked about jobs, right? How some people are worried that AI will replace workers.
Right, right.
But it seems like AI could also create new kinds of jobs in mining.
Oh, absolutely. Think about it. As these AI systems get more and more complex,
Yeah,
we're going to need people who can actually develop them, implement them, manage them.
makes sense.
We're going to need, data scientists, AI engineers, specialists who really get how to make AI work in a mine.
So instead of a team of mechanics fixing trucks,
Yeah.
you might have a team of AI experts managing a whole fleet of self-driving vehicles.
You got it. And those new roles, they often need a different skill set.
Like what?
Problem solving, analytical thinking, really understanding data.
It's like a whole new way of thinking about mining jobs.
It is. Mining has always been about, physical strength, but AI could create a future where it's more about, brain power.
Interesting. And hopefully some of those new jobs would be safer too.
Definitely. No one wants to see people working in dangerous conditions if we can avoid it.
No, I want to go back to something we talked about earlier, data quality.
Uh,
You said it's really important for AI.
oh, it's crucial.
Mm-hmm.
Data is like the fuel that powers AI.
Okay.
You could have the best AI system in the world, but if you feed it bad data, well, you're not going to get good results.
So how do you make sure the AI is getting good data?
Well, first, you got to figure out what data is actually important. What information does the AI need to do its job?
So if you're using AI to predict when a machine's going to break down,
Right.
you'd need data on like engine temperature, stuff like that.
Exactly. You need the right data points,
Okay.
and then you got to make sure the data is accurate, clean, no errors.
Sounds like a lot of work.
It can be, but it's got to be done.
And what about keeping that data safe? We talked about cybersecurity.
Right, right. Mining companies have tons of sensitive information.
How do you protect that when you're using AI systems?
Well, you got to have strong security measures in place, like firewalls, encryption.
To keep hackers out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you need clear rules about who can access what data.
So it's a combination of technology and procedures.
Absolutely. You can't have one without the other.
This has been a really interesting look at how AI is changing the game in mining.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable.
We've talked about safety, efficiency, exploration, even the importance of data.
And we still got more to cover.
We do. But before we get into the future of AI in mining, let's pause for a moment and hear from you, our listener. What are you thinking about right now? What are your biggest takeaways? Are there any concerns or questions that are popping up for you? We'll be back in a jiffy to dive into the future of AI in mining, so don't go anywhere. Wow, we've really dug deep into AI in mining today.
Haven't we?
From how it works to safety, efficiency, even the workforce, it's clear that AI is transforming mining.
It's a game changer, for sure.
And its impact goes way beyond the mines themselves.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you mean?
Well, think about the environment, for example.
Okay.
AI can make mining way more sustainable, optimizing extraction, reducing waste.
So it's not just about profits.
No. It's about doing things right, protecting the planet,
Which is more important than ever.
especially with climate change and all that.
Absolutely.
AI can help us strike a balance using resources responsibly.
This deep dive has been a real eye-opener.
Yeah, it's been fascinating.
That article from DX Today really got us thinking.
It did. Great article.
But before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with something to ponder.
Okay, what's that?
We've talked about AI in mining, but what about other industries?
Yeah.
If AI can revolutionize mining, what other sectors could be next?
That's a great question for our listeners to consider. Healthcare, transportation, finance, so many possibilities.
AI is changing the world, that's for sure.
It is. It's up to us to make sure we use it wisely.
That's a great point. We need to think about the ethical implications, the potential risks.
We all have a role to play in shaping the future of AI.
Well said. And on that note, I want to thank you for joining us on this incredible journey into the world of AI in mining.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you've learned a lot, maybe even got some new ideas.
Keep those minds curious.
And who knows, maybe you'll be the one to discover the next big AI breakthrough. Thanks for listening, everyone.